Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As y'all can see by the title of today's video, we're here to talk about what happens when stick skill meets IQ in NBA 2K20 and both of them are on the court on the same team at the same time. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. Let's try to get 1 to 500 likes in the first 24 hours. And as you can see by the pregame intros, I'm here to explain this. I know a lot of my subs who stay in tune with the channel, you guys already know I call CB Chillin' Kitchen, but I want to explain that for anybody who's new to the channel. His build is the yellow and green pie chart, the playmaking sharpshooter combo. At 6'5", 1 tick down from the max wingspan, you can see he upgraded his defense fully so he gets the lockdown takeover. So long story short, this is your regular point guard you would see. It's just that he upgraded defense, and if he didn't have the lockdown takeover, y'all wouldn't even question it. It's not even like a lockdown, so I don't know why people even like think to say that. But anyway, you can see they got the double playmaking defender combo, playmaking glass, and the two-way slash play, both with playmaker takeover. Obviously a very meta lineup where it's going to be 2 ISO players that could go at the weak link. You're going to see in this video they don't do that, however, and this is a mistake they made. But to stick to the topic of the video, like I said, this is what happens when IQ meets stick skill in 2K20. So you're going to see nice chase down block, we get the ball back, first play of the game, and this is where I just want to put Kitchen on. I want to explain to y'all, this is what every point guard should strive for being in this game. A lot of times in this community, I see these people who run the two-way slashing playmaker get hyped up to be the best point guards in the game. And we're not here in this video to discredit ISO. I'm not here to talk about any of that. I just want y'all to take a step in Kitchen's shoes in this game and see how much IQ and skill it requires to run a playstyle like this. So again, I want you to understand, he's a 6'5" point guard with almost max wingspan, has a speed invert pie chart on top of that, so he doesn't have extreme speed to be able to take advantage of, you know, just his speed in the pick and roll. But look at this, it's so beautiful. And I want you to understand, Kitchen came into my squad in 2K19 not really knowing too much as far as the pick and roll point guard stuff goes. He was a skilled point guard in that sense, and he actually ran a 7-foot playmaking stretch build. Y'all gotta check out his content. I'm gonna link all types of stuff in the pinned comment of this video. But again, I want you to understand, he came into this game not exactly knowledgeable in any sense of like running the point guard stuff, and he took what I told him and like explained and absorbed it like a sponge. And now us two together in terms of this pick and roll stuff are, I would say, the model citizens of this pick and roll game, where it takes a lot of communication and skill to do what we do with this stuff. You're gonna see we were getting kind of locked up here. However, I take advantage of the fact that he's stepping up pretty high. I would have had the lob right there, and you guys are gonna see I'm gonna break down a lot of stuff from my point of view as well as we go along with this video. We got 2 gameplays. Number 1 right here, like I was saying, is the double playmaking defender build, and then number 2 is like a double lock lineup as well. We're gonna see they have 1 play defender and then like a 2-way sharp at the 2. But anyway, shot clock's running low. I hit this little dip right here. Could have been a lob. I will, you know, kind of say that. But again, you see I got my takeover on 12-0. This is double locks, like I was saying, y'all, and I want you guys to take a step in our shoes in this video and understand this is not easy to just 21-0 double locks and not even let them get the ball back after 1 possession. And I've had my fair share of ranting about this lineup that we're playing against in this video with the double play defenders. But again, we're not here to discredit other people's play styles in this gameplay. We're just here to have y'all take a step in our shoes and understand what it takes to do all this stuff in terms of the inside big pick and roll with a true outside point guard. And I do miss these days, man. I really do, when this was seen as meta, because I've explained to y'all as far as like offensive IQ stuff with this pick and roll game a ton, and like the hedge defense and stuff. But the hedge defense isn't a thing that much anymore because true bigs aren't even seen as a thing in this game anymore. And I want y'all to understand, a lot of people sit here and like see what we do with this pick and roll, and we make it look so easy. I'm talking like, look at this, green off the wing like that, because like the miscommunication on the pick and rolls when I slip, it creates all types of communication miscues between the other defenders. But I just want you to understand, this isn't seen as meta. Nobody does this stuff anymore on 2v2. Nobody runs a true outside point guard at the 1. Nobody runs a true inside big at the 2. And you see he does miss right there, but they get the ball back, and you know, we're back on the defense stuff. Now this is where, again, my build's defense kind of comes into play, but I just want to talk a little bit, like I said in this video, about what it requires to be able to do what we do. Now, this is where you guys will also see my other teammate, Shots, I call him AK, where, you know, he runs that small playmaking sharp. I'm talking the 6'1" with no defense. And when we get on defense against lineups like this, it is disgusting, honestly. It's so hard for him to play defense, and that's where obviously it gets weighed down a little bit. The build that Kitchen has is the perfect 2v2 outside point guard build. You see he goes for the crab right there. Probably would have got it off, but he does get the good reach in. 3 fouls. I gotta say, he was reaching in at the right times though. I mean, he stopped 2 passes earlier and then stopped like the crab that was gonna happen from right there. And you can see both our takeovers run out right here. But Again, to kind of explain what Kitchen's build is good for him to be able to do the stuff that he does on the 6'5" is very hard to do in the sense of playing as an outside point guard with an inside big. It's really hard for him to do. He doesn't have any finishing in his build other than driving dunk, so he doesn't even have long athlete package for the layups. And would he like to redo that if he could remake his build? Probably not, because, you know, he does run with me as an inside big. And again, I just want to kind of talk about how this meta has completely gone away from 2K19. To run an inside big with an outside guard was at least like doable last year because you didn't have the playmaking defender build at the 1 that could just truly ISO and green threes from the top of the key and get hop dunks and play elite level of defense. If they had the double locks, obviously they're going to struggle on offense pretty bad, but it was just, you know, it made a lot more sense last year. This year, pick and roll has kind of become extinct in the sense of 2v2, especially if you're talking with an inside big. So again, I want y'all to at least put some respect on Kitchen's name. I'm not here to have y'all necessarily, like, you know, hyping me up too much, but I will say I do feel like I am one of the best in the game at this inside big man stuff, and when it comes to the slashing sense from yesterday's video too. But I'm gonna just stay humble with that stuff. People have been telling me to stop apologizing for what I do because I am truly good at what I do. But again, we're just gonna let that kind of talk for itself rather than me hype it up all the time. But anyway, you can see, like I said, they got the two-way pass first wing, which is generally either a playmaking defender build or the two-way sharp, and then they have the two-way slashing playmaker at the 1. I understand they were lower overalls in this too, so don't exactly take this gameplay too much to heart. But again, we're on the same pregame intros right here. I'll just fast forward past that. So again, just understand this is double locks right here. If I had my way with this, and honestly, like, we're probably gonna do this in the future as well as just have Kitchen run flashy passer, because you're going to see it's a little bit harder for us to beat these like double mobile block down defenders. They have such good speed and such good pick and roll defense ability where if you're ISOing, it doesn't really matter that they have double locks because obviously one lock is just enough. Like that second lock doesn't make enough impact to the game. Trying to beat 2 locks, and again, you see he just gets the cut, like, you know, makes a contested like layup on a bad release. But anyway, to get back to the point, to beat double locks in the pick and roll game with an inside big can be seen as really hard to do, and I'm just here to explain that to y'all. So both these gameplays are me showing you guys what we do against the double locks, and it definitely takes the most communication and focus between us, but I love it, man. I just love that, you know, it's something that we can both embody and be different with. Nobody really does this stuff. I mean, I'm so serious. And you see nice little fade by him right there. Obviously on the 2v2, you're going to see a little bit more of him doing that. On the 3s, we don't necessarily do that at all. You're going to see Kitchen play for Krabs on the 3 a lot more, where he's just going to get the defender stuck behind him if they're playing really tight. If they're playing really high on this, he's going to be able to, you know, look to drive a little bit more and then just hit the fades, because obviously, you know, with an inside big, you're not looking to dunk it too often when they play you high. And then again, that's the struggle of, you know, running with the inside big, but again, it's so beautiful when run properly and right. Now, I just want to drop another quick little note for anybody who has my finisher build and runs it as the big man spot. For whatever reason, only when I'm 99.0 or 99.9, I can catch standing lob like this. I don't know what it is, whether it's like the standing dunk rating going up or anything like that, but for whatever reason, when I'm at 98 overall or anything lower than that, even though I haven't been lower than 98 for like forever, but when I'm at 98 overall, I can't catch standing lobs. When I'm at 99.0, I can. I'm not exactly sure what the reason is behind all that, but anyway, I want to explain to y'all this right here. So this is a really complicated small thing that you need to be able to know as a big man, and this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. The small room for error that we have in these types of situations is so key. So you're gonna see if I would have held this screen just a little bit longer, right? You see he sees me like slip down the middle right like this, and he ends up following me on the roll. If I would have held this for just a little bit longer, that dude on the right would have stepped up fully to Kitchen and I would have had a wide open roll, and I could have made it so much easier on myself. And that's one thing you can learn from me as far as my mistakes from this game, but you can see it still worked. He missed on the passing lane, and Kitchen with Hall of Fame needle threader was able to get that thing through, and that is actually another major key as well. But again, I'm just kind of showing you guys that small mistake that I made pretty much, where you could like improve on that if you're trying to run the same thing as us. So you see right there, I probably could have got another lob up as well, but if he's in his bag with the middies, there's no sense in throwing that. Obviously there's more room for error with the lobs if it's a tight margin of, like I said, error that we have with it. But at the same time, you could just probably gauge the off dribble middies as he could miss as well. But then again, I could grab free rebounds if I'm there for it as well. It's just, it depends how you see that. But anyway, look at this beauty right here. Bro, I'm talking, all you got to do is seal him off. Thankfully, I was able to do so. And I got to say, I don't know what it is, but I can just recommend this to you guys. My hypothesis on this, I've tested it out with no pick and roller. I've tested it out with Hall of Fame pick and roller. For whatever reason, when I don't have slippery off ball, it actually makes me move faster off these picks. And I don't know what it is. I really have no clue at all right, but I'm just suggesting to y'all to probably take off slippery off ball. I know I've been recommending it for bigs because just when you think of it, it makes a lot of sense to do, but I feel like it slows my animations down off my pick and rolls. Personally, that's my feedback. If I have anything that I can help you guys out with in the moment being, I think it's that. But you see right there, again, would have been another live opportunity. But again, if he's in his bag with the middies, let's just do it. I mean, it obviously either way works. I would say that's probably the safer way in the first place anyway, just because, like I was saying, you could still get easy rebounds off of those. You see, I'm trying to do a little fake pass, dip down, and get some stuff off that. But there's that crab I was talking about earlier. Kitchen is the absolute CEO of those. I haven't even shown y'all that in the gameplay as far as like what we're talking about with his skill, but when you see 3v3 gameplays of us playing, he does that stuff all the time. That is the absolute best counter for anybody that's playing too high on the pick and rolls, because with me as an inside big, people tend to do that. They tend to just try to lead him into the paint, play way too high on the screens. He can take advantage of it by getting the crabs off, and I understand that's not realistic. It probably shouldn't even be in the game if we're being real, but for the moment being, if the game's gonna allow it, that's how we counter people playing too high. Beautiful pass and adjustment on the ball movement, bro. I'm just saying, look at this. So I'm here to explain what this dribble move that Kitchen did right here does to get me open. So you see, he works it back to my side. He knows I'm gonna try to slip, but he also knows that they're trying to play this really tight on the passing lane down low, right? So then he works it back to the middle. If both of them would have been too low, he would have pulled this. Since they weren't too low, he was able to get the pass off. I'm just saying, take a step in my man's shoes and understand how much IQ and understanding of the game mechanics this stuff takes, rather than just to hop dunk every single play on a small defender matchup. Like, I just don't understand why people don't put more respect on somebody like Kitchen's name, man. So anyway, so speaking of putting respect on his name, what you guys can do to go support my boy, young up-and-coming YouTuber, I'm going to leave all types of links and in the pinned comment. I'm going to show you guys what he was doing in 19 with his insane stretch demigod playmaker, bro. That dude was crazy. And then I'll be leaving the link to his channel if you guys want to check out any of his 2K20 content. My man is high IQ with this stuff as well. And I got to say, like I said, I don't like to take too much credit for it, but I've taught him a lot of stuff he knows in the pick and roll game, and he's taken it and completely knows it for himself now. For anybody who's curious, no, I don't get 17k VC for this. I got the double VC on the wheel spin and for hitting Elite 3. So unfortunately, because 2K kind of is cheap, I don't get either of those. So regardless, I only get like 6k for this realistically. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the vid. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. Let's try to get this one to 500 likes in the first 24 hours. And if you made it to the very end of the video, put Kitchen in the comments to show your support this man all the way through. Like I said, go check my boy's channel out. I'm gonna leave some end of screen annotations on his content as well. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Other than that, take it easy, man. Peace.